This is section 10.9. It is called Volume of Pyramids, Cones, and Spheres. Okay, so first we're going to start out with volume of a cone and a pyramid. They actually have the same formula. And that formula is volume equals 1/3 times area of the base times the height. Remember, capital B means area of the base. Okay, so let's do a couple practice ones here. Let's say I have a sphere here, or sorry, a cone, not a sphere. And the base, or sorry, the radius is 3 feet. And then we have a height, which should go from the top of the cone. We're not talking, this is not a height, right? Because I wouldn't measure myself standing sideways. That is a slanted line. We need a line that goes straight up and down. So we're going to use this one, and the height is 10 feet. Okay, so let's write our formula down. We have volume equals 1/3 area of the base times height. Okay, so the area, our base for this one is a circle, so we have to do area of the circle equals pi r squared. Area of a circle equals pi times 3 squared. Area of our circle equals pi, well, 9 pi, right, because 3 times 3, don't tell me 6. And then I have to do 3.14 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3 is 12. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 more is 28. Okay, then I'm going to bring this back 2 times. So the area of our circle, or our base, is 28 and 26/100ths. Okay, so I have volume equals 1/3 times 28 and 26/100ths times the height, which is 10. Oops. I got one too many parentheses in there. Times 10. Okay, so my next move is going to be, I'm going to multiply these two here together. And I know if I multiply a number by 10, well, let's just do it out. I'm running out of room. That's my problem here, guys. There we go. So if I do 28 and 26/100ths times 10, well, I know that first row is going to be 0, so I'd get 0, 0, 0, 0. Add my 0, then I would get 6, 2, 8, 2. Bring it back 2 spots, so I would have 282 and 6/10 times 1/3. Equals our volume. So really, you guys, if I'm multiplying something by 1/3, that means I have to divide it by 3, right? Because I would do 1 times 282 and 6/10, and then I would divide that number by 3. So let's see. 282 and 6/10 divided by 3. 3 is going to go into 28. 9 times minus 27, I'd get 1. 3 goes into 12 4 times, bring up my decimal point, minus 12 is 0. 3 goes into 6 2 times. So, well, that was kind of easy. The volume equals 94 and 2/10. And then since we're doing volume, I need to make sure that I'm cubing it. So this would be feet cubed. And there's my answer. So this one's kind of nice because we don't have to use multiple formulas. We don't have to find lateral area, then the surface area, and all that crazy stuff. We just have to use one formula. Only tricky part is finding this right here, our capital B, which is the area of our base. So you just have to know what shape is the base. This one is a circle. Okay, let's find the area of that circle. Okay, let's try a pyramid next. Okie dokie. So here we have a pyramid. I'm going to try my best because, again, I am not the best artist. Okay, so here is our pyramid. Okay, so on our pyramid, we have to know, all right, we know that this side, the front side right here, is 6 feet. And then it tells us that it draws a little line here. Okay, what that line means is that all sides are the same. Okay, if I have a square, well, it's not a square, this is one line, this is 2 lines, this is 2 lines, it means these 2 sides are the same, and these 2 sides are the same, because these ones have 1 line, and these ones have 2 lines, okay? Those are called lines to mark our congruence. Okay, so that's just a little off topic here. So, and then we need to know from the very top, a straight line down to the center of our square. Okay, that is the height. Again, all these other lines going up to the point, those are slanted lines. We need to know a straight line. Okay, so our height is 10 feet. So let's write down our formula. Volume equals 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Okay, the area of our base, so if this shape right here is our base. It is a square because we know all sides are the same because of these lines here. Okay, so I would have to do area of a parallelogram equals base times height. Area of a pair equals 6 times 6. So we know the area of our parallelogram is 36 feet squared. Okay, so I bring my volume, bring down my 1/3. Area of my base is 36. And my height is 10. I'm going to do this first. 36 divided by 3, because I know it can go in there evenly. 36 divided by 3 once. Bring down my 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. So if I do 36 divided by 3, I would get 12 times 10. And remember, the reason why I don't have to multiply 36 and 10 first is because I'm multiplying 1/3 times 36 times 10. And remember, we have our good old friend, the commutative property of multiplication, which says it doesn't matter which one we do first, as long as they are all multiplying. Okay, 12 times 10 is 120. So our volume equals 120 feet cubed. Now these ones are always a lot easier because we don't have to work with pi. We don't have to multiply things by 3.14 and divide them and all that crazy stuff. We get to work with whole numbers, which is nice. Well, I suppose unless our links and that sort of thing are a little bit different. But anyways, so that's how we do the volume of a cone and a pyramid. Now things are a little bit different for a sphere, so let's do that next. All right, so volume of a sphere is the following formula. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Put a big box around this one because that is something you need to know for your test and put it on your note card. So let's put it, here's our sphere that we're going to do. Okay, so it tells us, oh, this is the bottom layer of a snowman, you guys. It tells us from here to here is 3 feet. Okay, so remember, it's telling us the diameter right now, not the radius. So we need to figure out what our radius is. So we need to divide 3 by 2, and I know that's 1.5 feet equals our radius. Okay, so let's plug that into our formula. V equals 4/3 pi 1.5 cubed. Okay, now I need to do 1 5/10 times 1 5/10. I'd get 25, 5, 6, 7. Add a 0, I'd get a 5 and a 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I would get, bring it back twice, 2 and 25 hundredths. Then I need to multiply that by 1.5 because I need 3 of them. I've got 1, 2, now I have my third. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Okay, now add my 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. So I would get a 5, a 7, a 3, and a 3. Bring it back 3 spots. Okay, so I've got 3 and 375 thousandths times pi times 4/3. Ooh, this one's going to be a fun one, let me tell you what. Okay, so now we have to take, let's do 3 and 375 thousandths times pi. 20, 28, 29, 30. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 more is 15. 13, add my 0. Got a 5, a 7, a 3, a 3, add 2 zeros. Got a 15, 22, and an 11, and a 10. Gotta move us up again. Hopefully this will be enough room now. 0, 5, 17, 9, 5, and a 10. To bring it back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. Yikes. All right. So volume equals, I just did those two, 4/3 times 10 and, I'm rounding this off to 2 spots. And 10, so it'd be 10.6. Okay. That's because my 7 would round my 9 up to a 10. My 10 would make my 5 a 6, so 10.6. Okay, so now I have to, again, multiply 10 times 4, 10.6 times 4. And I would get 24, 2, 4, bring it back 1. Then I have to take 42 and 4/10 divided by 3. Okay, 3 goes in there once. 3 goes into 12 4 times. Oops. Okie dokie. I hope you guys got that down. Okay. So you have 0 here. Bring down our 4. 3 goes into 4 once. Minus 3, I'd get a 1. Bring down my 10. You know what? That's how far I'm going. I'm going 2 spots. Volume equals 14. Yikes, this is messy. I apologize, guys. Volume equals 14 and 13 hundredths oops, I better not forget my feet cubed. There's my answer. I'm fine if you guys stop after 2 decimal points, after the hundredths. I don't want you to have to make a mistake because you're working with all these other decimal points, all these other place values. 2 is a good spot to stop and round. Okay, so that is what I have for you today. I'm going to, it should be basically the same stuff throughout the whole thing. What I'm looking at, it looks exactly the same as what we've been doing. You just have to make sure you're plugging in the right numbers into the right spots. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.